Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead.
Gambling, baby! That's right, I am extending the family tradition of problem gambling to Dark Souls. You see, I played all the way through good old Dark Souls a while back and I always thought something was missing. Then I realised, being made so long ago, it was made long before some of the more well-known comforts of modern gaming. Where are the microtransactions? Where was the poor performance? Where were the loot boxes? So today, I'm here to fix one of Dark Souls' more pressing concerns and bring the game from 2 out of 10 dog water to at least a 3 out of 10. We all know it will never compare to the king. But hold on a minute. How exactly are we going to add one of gaming's best features to something as old as Dark Souls? The answer is simple. We are going to create an external program. All we need is a copy of Godot Engine, which we can download for free on Steam. Open it up and spatter some basic UI on there. Now we need a box. A box for our loot box. A loot box, if you will. It would only be fitting for us to use the one from Dark Souls. Hello! So we can get our box using Blender, also on Steam, funnily enough, and just open up our box file. Damn. I guess Blender really is trash software. Time to use Autodesk My... Now, wait a minute. We can just download the Soulstruct Blender add-on from Grimrock and install it, and Bob's your uncle, we now have a box. Let's give it some animations and import it into Godot Engine. Now we have a box, but it doesn't have any stuff in it. This is the tricky bit. We now need to somehow obtain a complete formatted list of every item in Dark Souls, but where could we possibly find something like that? Of course, the answer was obvious. Sometimes I am bedazzled by its way of solving all of my problems. Sometimes I am left in awe at its elegance. Sometimes I am speechless, for it has everything I could ever need to say. That's right, this solution is Other People's Code! DSR Gadget happens to contain full lists of items and even their IDs. How convenient. After formatting this a bit, we now have a loot box full of goodies from all around Lordran. Now we just need some icons. Where could we possibly get that? Hey, wait. This doesn't even have like a quarter of the icons in here. And I looked high and low and I couldn't find a big repo full of them anywhere. So I had to call in the big guns and get some help from the community in cutting out and sorting like 700 icons. Big shout out to Delphingoth for helping me with these, and if you want to save yourself the hassle, if you happen to need these, you can download them all right here. And with a bit of UI spice, sorting categories, and a healthy amount of really bad code, the loot box is now complete. Now I could just leave it there. I mean, it's finished. What else could we possibly need? Hang on. I used some resources from DSR Gadget. DSR Gadget is written in C#. Godot Engine supports C#. So yeah, we're now overcomplicating the simple afternoon project into something much bigger. So how are we going to achieve the Herculean task of retrofitting someone else's C# code into my project coded in GD script? Yeah, I thought it wouldn't be that easy. After looking at the Godot Engine C# documentation, it appears that you can only talk to C# from GD script if said C# is derived from Godot Engine code. And it's safe to say DSR Gadget was not designed with Godot Engine in mind. So is that it? Are we just screwed? Well, it only said GD script can only talk to Godot-derived C#. It didn't say anything about Godot-derived C# talking to normal C#. So we just create a new bit of code that acts as a bridge between the two. The loot box tells this interface what to do, and the interface simply relays the information to the code. Now we can toggle on the hook and pass items to and from the game when it's on. Now our project is finally complete. Wait a minute. That's not right. That's not the right item. Why'd it give me that? What's the idea of... Oh. Oh no.
Stupid idiot alert! Stupid idiot alert! The IDs are not exclusive, you massive tosspot!
Well, it wouldn't be a SlendyMawn project if something didn't go horrendously wrong in the dumbest way possible. The item IDs that I discovered in DSR Gadget are exclusive to their respective item categories and not the game as a whole. This means the entire system I devised for indexing, sorting, and picking these items is entirely broken, and I have just somehow never noticed. This means that I need to spend quite some time rewriting the entire item system because I was too lazy to read.
6.5 hours later.
Oh, that was horrible. But hey, at least I now have the tools in place to regenerate those IDs if I need to. One more thing we can add to the hook implementation is that we can set a price on each loot box spin, costing either souls or humanities. This is then checked when you press the button, and if you have the stuff required, it will take it and open a loot box. So now we have a functional loot box that can also put the items in your inventory and even have an in-game cost too. Now I hear you asking, Slendy, what's the purpose of such a program? Dark Souls Loot Box is now available on itch.io via the link in the description and pinned comment, either on the web or as a downloaded application, which lets you transfer items. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more useless tat like this, chuck a comment down below on what you would like to see next. I won't read them, and make sure you're having a wonderful day no matter who, what, where, and when you are. And I will see you all next time. Deuces! Alright, rapid fire questions. Let's go. Will you make this for other Souls games? Maybe if this video gets a shitload of views or something, but I'm a bit of a hack and DSR Gadget was there to save me this time, but next time I won't be so lucky. Will you add support for modded items? If I do, I'm just gonna have it so you can add the data yourself in a custom directory. Add your own modded items, lazy ass. Why has it been 6 months since the last video? I've been challenging myself as of late to release a new game every year, and I have been working on my latest project. Unfortunately, it's not done yet. So Dark Souls Loot Box is going to have to do for this year. What's the next video gonna be? And is it going to be soon? The next video is either gonna be for my upcoming project or it's gonna be about Temporal Assassin. Depends on how quickly my project gets done. And, no. Okay, that's it, goodbye.